Real delight. A lot of it will depend on how these overs go, as that one just missed the top of off stump.
And find wickets like the chance that they just created there. Sa will have to run hard. Power sweep from Bertel. Power sweep for 4. That's a really good shot. Kenjige's just looked to build generally. It's a fine shot. It's all the way for 6. Kushal Bertel is just showing a few signs, isn't he? On this American, all the way, 6 more.
It's quite sensational. Again, it's not a half volley. He's hit this on the up, having to do it from the crease with Jahangir up. He just used his hand.
Swept away for 4. Great shot because he's got it a long way
against the left arm spin, particularly Kenjige, that they're trying to take on. You can see them looking for scoring options. They're not going to let Kenjige just go about just touch too deep.
And Harmeet Singh strikes. Bertel loves that sweep shot.
Just take a look at the shot selection here. It's just a poor shot, you reckon. You don't need to try to force the sweep, force the scoring option to Harmeet Singh. We spoke about it. You have the time. Take him and just
cut away for 4. A little bit lucky Kushal Malla here, but he does get his first boundary. It was at a catchable height.
I think a little bit of both. I think he's definitely tried to play it behind point, but it's definitely gone more uppish than he would have liked to. And just bisected those fielders. He'll take it here, Nepal. Need
season this year. It's guided him back into national team colours, and he gets to another 50. Since he's returned, that's now his 5th 50-plus score. It's his 4th ODI half-century to go alongside that 100. He's averaging just a tick over. Anil Shah goes for the slog sweep, doesn't get it. Jesse Singh nestles underneath it and holds on. Big moment in the game.
Earlier in the innings, again, he's just miscued it straight up. Jesse Singh's done really well to get into a good position. Take the catch, much to the delight of the American fan right behind him, who's up straight away.
This was the first one. Jesse Singh is finding a way through Asif Sheikh's stroke and a big celebration. And Harmeet Singh also castling the stumps before.
And that's gone as well.
Big appeal and given. And Kenjige gets the big wicket. It's that of Rohit Paudel.
Score against, then you're forced to score against the best bowlers. This is Shamala struggling to get off Jesse Singh. And
get another look at it here. Probably actually hit the back shoulder as much as anything, isn't it? But question's going to be on height here, isn't it? It's impacted in line, certainly. There hasn't even really been any shots in anger from him. Now, that's the shot of authority all the way for 6. Much more like it. And it's Arif Sheikh, whose career... He's the first batter we've seen to use his feet to the spinners. There is zero risk to this shot because it's an off spinner. He's not really turning it much. Bowling the ball into you.
Go by.
Well, that's a great shot. He's not going to get 4, but could be. It's a mix-up. It's a real mix-up. Mala's going to have to go back here. And he does get back. Oh, dear. Well, that...
Ball cutters. Same with Van Skalkvik.
Finally, it's the free flow of the arms that Nepal fans know and love. It's vintage Kushal Malla. I don't want to say back to his best because he hasn't even shown a semblance of that in this innings. He's been given a life with the USA. Come to rue it. It's a good piece of clever targeted cricket. Mid-off up in the circle, over his head, 6 all the way.
This is the width he's been given. Van Skalkvik looks to go pace off, but with that width, on that length, Kushamala has the license and the freedom to free the hands. That's brilliant batting for... Picked up. Pulled away, and that's the biggest of the day. Where does this come from? Arif Sheikh, he hit a 50 in the match against Scotland, and he's picked up where he's left off. That's brilliant. And I don't think there's much wrong there from Netravalkar. The Nepal fans love it. It's a cutter on a length, and Arif Sheikh has just sat in his crease, picked it up, and dispatched it for 6.
Well, what is this we're witnessing? Arif Sheikh 2.0, is it? Never really had the notoriety or ability to clear the ropes. The mighty strike from Arif Sheikh. And he's gone. Fuller and a great catch by Nosh Kenjige at backward point. It flew to him. It went so quickly.
Wilson did on Thursday Night Football for the New York Jets. And it's always rising on him. He's done quite well to get upstairs. Very quick delivery, and look how much it means to him. You can see the big celebration come out. The USA knew this was the danger man. And 6 and out, having to be able to execute.
Bit of width on offer. Slashed straight to the man and taken. Sanjay Krishnamurthy holds on. Maybe not the greatest delivery. But all Kush.
That time, all he could do was just slice it straight up. Didn't get any middle on it. Krishnamurthy's done well getting to the ball, getting underneath it, and keeping his hands underneath it. That's a big catch. Already given a life, Goshamala couldn't capitalize, and the U.S.
That's clipped away. Outfield's pretty quick. Netravalkar will have work to do. Does enough. They might think a 3 here. Look at how quick defender Singhari is. He's walked the third.
The off stump, thinking he's going to be able to access it. Instead, it's just gone on with the arm. It's well bowled from Netravalkar. You can see the fist bump from Shahan Jahangir. They know this is most likely the final nail in the coffin. Just 12 runs for Gulshan Jah. No bound.
This is edged away. Might have enough pace to challenge the rope. Or he's going to be thinking about 3, but he'll get 4. Will Sampal Kami. Give me a bit of credit to the shot. He's opened the face late on that. 4 to the total.
Showing some fight. That's all you can do here for Nepal. You don't want to just go belly up and roll over. Said they're just chipping away. They're not going to get to this total, and they're going to be firmly planted in second place.
Like it. Finally, they get one into the hitting arc, and Dipendra Singhari cashes in. And a fan has a moment to remember.
There's been times where the ball's, okay, maybe not quite there in the slot, but just a little bit outside that they could have manufactured, and they just didn't. This is a sign of intent. Dipendra Singhari again, or take a super off that match he had against Scotland.
Great piece of field. Great piece of fielding in the crowd. That'll be 4. Oh, he's loved that, hasn't he? Can he get them going? One bounce and straight into his hands. Super bit of work. Irie gets into the 20s. Could have been given out from the last ball he faced. Just never know.
And this is where the lack of runs earlier in the innings comes to bite you. You have the bats in the back end to give you an explosive finish, even on a tired surface. You just have to give yourself a chance. And you look about, that's great work in the field, but you look at way Goshamala played, Bartel almost
really surprised me today, Nepal. Edged away. Edged fine. And edged for 4. Saiteja Mukamala again. Now, we haven't seen him in the field today because he's barely touched a ball. Losing by 19 runs. They get 262. Post-mortem of this game, well, it's going to be remarkable. It's not a good effort from Saiteja Mukamala.
Good awareness from Sompokami, knowing Venshkalkvik's gone outside the off stump towards the wide line. He's come out in that direction, deep in the crease, and he's just used his hands through the line, just seeing if the USA can get over the line.
Big hit. That's going to go all the way. A little flourish again. It just keeps Nepal hanging around. Look at Kami almost puff out the chest and say, come on, Dipendra. It's game on here. We can do this. 13 off the over. A little less than they require. But Nepal, well, the cardiac kids are almost being resuscitated back to life. A shock, a jolt from Sampal Kami. That's a great shot for 6.
And the reason Jesse Singh's missed his line and length there is the use of the feet.
Daughter, every single, a complete killer. Edged, and going to be edged away for 4. Very choreographed, isn't it, the plan from Vanshkalkvik? 4 is help, but 6s are really the ones that are needed.
And I don't understand the field with this plan. I don't understand why third man would be inside the ring if you're going to have the plan to be both full outside the off stump. You know Kami's going to take big swipes at the ball. You almost reckon you would dare him to step across his line and hit you over mid-wicket. That's fine, but don't gift these forwards,
Nepal. Kami is going to provide them 4, followed by 6. Look out in that Chinese lantern display up there. It was right into the slot. Not where you want to bowl, particularly if you're at Van Schalk. Yeah, this was into the slop, but it's gone miles into the sky. It should be taken. It's Saiteja Mukamala, and he holds on. And look at the smile
himself. But you look at the way he's made up ground here as the ball's gone straight up. But the way he's taken that with his hands, it was rather brilliantly done here. He's not in the greatest position, but he got it stable enough with the base, watched it all the way in, and he took it sliding down. Monik Patel, dry smile, go away with an early win.
Should be taken. Harmeet Singh nestles underneath it and holds on. As Netravalkar will see the back of Sandeep Lamachane. One of the heroics that he showed. He will come out.
Always had to go for it. There's no other choice. He needed to find a way to either get Dipender Singh Gairi back on strike or find the rope, and you just felt he was always going to go. Harmeet Singh's done well, looking straight up into the sky with these clouds.
Edged, put down, 4. That helps. Take every run they can get here, and then it'll be over to Dipender Singh Gairi in the 49th and maybe the 50th. Now Jahangir goes down. Looks to have done himself a nuisance. Didn't go quickly to this, did he? That was a definite chance.
Oh, yeah, it looked like he was just lackluster after the edge. Yeah, moved very, very late. So scamper away for 4. 4 runs nonetheless for Nepal. I reckon that they're
throughout this tour. They will round out 2024 in some style with a big win. It's a 37-run victory for them. They move top of the table of the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup League 2 for the United States of America. Here on home soil, the first ever one-day internationals that they've played at this magnificent Grand Prairie venue. They did lose to Scotland twice, but they've gained some revenge for that 3-0 series clean sweep against Nepal, their old rivals, as the two captains